Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I hope you're well. Life should be exciting. Life should be challenging. Life should be fulfilling. Should be. Now, do you wake up every morning wanting to or raring to go? Well, I do. If you don't, then look at this verse. Consider this verse in the light of what I've just said. In Surah Ar-Ra'd, Surah number 13, verse 11, part of the verse where Allah says, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah, verily, surely, Allah will not change the condition of the people unless they change what is within them first. Very important reminder, ladies and gentlemen. Allah will not send down angels to change our condition. Allah will not spoon feed you and me. Allah will not come and instruct you and me to do 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to bring about a change in our life. We've got to make those decisions. We've got to get on with it in our life. Otherwise, no change. Otherwise, no transformation. Otherwise, no improvement. That's the basic bottom line to this particular verse of the Quran. Let's start by expanding on this. Surely Allah will not change the condition of the people, plural, until they change what is within them first. What is within ourselves? The first part is our thinking. We need to change our thinking. If we think negatively, our behavior will be influenced by our negative thinking. If we think positively, our behavior would therefore reflect the positive thinking. So the first change you need to bring about in your life is your thinking. Can you think positively? Or are you one of those people who constantly thinks doom and gloom, negative, everything is the end of the world, there is nothing good about this life? If that's you, you need to rethink about your life. Why should you not be positive about your life? You are alive, for God's sake. You can hear me, you can see me, you can feel the world, you can breathe. So many amazing opportunities. It's another day for you to enjoy. Another opportunity. There is every reason to be positive. When people become negative and gloomy, that's when their negative thinking would overpower them, empower them. And it's a spiral. It's a slippery slope. Once you stop thinking, you go down and down and down. And it's very negative. It's very dark. It's very gloomy. And it's very difficult to come out of it once you get into that dark, deep, and very depressing space. So first change we must bring is a positive thinking attitude that we must adopt. Get rid of the negative thinking. It's called positive mental attitude. That's the first change. If you don't change that, Allah is not going to change your mind. Allah is not going to alter your thinking. You're going to have to change your thinking. How do you change your thinking? By reading positive books, by being in company of positive people, by getting involved in positive activities, by looking forward to doing things instead of sitting on your backside, staring at the computer, playing with your phone or watching television and wasting your time. That is not positive attitude. Positive attitude is not thinking, oh my God, this world is horrible, it's not worth living. That's not a positive attitude. Positive attitude is to say, this world is amazing, I'm going to make it better. There are people who are making it worse, but I'm going to make it better. So thinking change requires reading, requires company, requires influence, requires you to do positive thing. Number 2, you need to start changing your behavior based on your thinking. So if you think, I have got an opportunity in front of me, let me make the best of my opportunity, I'm going to do better. Every time you fail, if you consider a failure to be the end, an absolute failure, you're suffering from negative mental attitude. If you look at your failure as an opportunity to do better, it's like an athlete. He or she is training to beat their own record. If they don't beat it first time, they try it again. If they don't beat it again, they do it again and again and again and again until they do it, until they're able to beat their own record. It's an athlete's consistent, constant, positive mindset that enables them to win. Gold medalist for when they go to Olympics. It doesn't come because they're thinking on their backside, sitting down, lazying and watching television, wasting their life. That's not how you attain things in life. The best of people actually worked very hard to change not only themselves but the world. Their thinking empowered them and their behavior changed and they displayed positive behavior to the world, constructive behavior. So get involved in doing things that would make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Get involved in doing things that will inspire you and inspire others. Get involved in doing things that will be productive for people around you and also you, beneficial for people. For in Islam, the best person is the one who is most beneficial to other people around them. So if you are going to be thinking positively, then your attitude will be positive, your behavior will be positive, your actions will be positive. Then you make dua, Ya Allah, I've done everything possible. Now please bring about a change in my life. Ya Allah, please help me so that I can improve. Ya Allah, help me to do better. Some people make this awful mistake. They think, oh, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to do lots of dua, and my dua will change everything. Dua is important, don't misunderstand me. Dua is very important, but dua without action is useless. There is a nice story my father used to tell me, applies to the Muslims especially. This man wanted to have a son. He went to the Imam and said to the Imam, Imam, please can you make dua for me? I want to have a son. Imam said, okay, no problem, I make dua for you. 1 year later, the Imam saw him again and said, how are things going? Have you got a son yet? He said, no, Imam, I haven't had a son. Imam said, oh, okay, let me make dua again. So the Imam made dua again for him. Another year went, Imam saw him again, and news, no, nothing happened. Okay, I'll make dua again. On the third year, when the Imam saw him, no news, no. Imam said, let me ask you a question. Are you married yet? The guy goes, no, not yet, Imam. Imam said, well, as a Muslim, you should be married. Once you have got a wife, and then you are trying to have a baby, and then make dua, Ya Allah, I'm doing everything possible in my capacity, please grant me a child. Nothing happens without action and activities. Similarly, Allah will not change your condition unless you change your condition first. Allah will not improve your status unless you improve your status. Allah will not take you out of your poverty unless you go and work hard to gain richness. Allah will not take out your troubles unless you do something about sorting out your trouble. There was a companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, who was suffering in pain and shiver and temperature. When the Prophet asked him, why are you doing that? He said, oh Prophet of Allah, you told us, the one who Allah loves most, he gives them temperature and shivers, etc. So I'm enduring through. Prophet ﷺ said, yes, I know, but get some medicine too. In other words, tie your camel first. Allah will not change our condition, ladies and gentlemen, unless we change what is within ourselves first. Look at the world today. The global Muslim community is in abysmal state at the moment. Occupation of Muslim majority countries are rampant all around the world. Rulers are despotic, illegitimate. Family dynasties are ruling for years and years with no freedom, no opportunities. The rulers become richer by the day while ordinary people become poorer. And people complain, well, Allah is not changing our fate. Why would Allah change your fate when you're not interested in doing anything about it? If you want to do something about it, if you come out and do something about it, your life will change, your situation will change, your country will change, and your people will enjoy freedom. But for as long as you sit on your backside and make dua and do nothing about the condition you are in, nothing will happen. There is a nice story of Ali ibn Abi Talib, which is very nice. Ali ibn Abi Talib was resting. A man came and complained, saying, Ya Ali, look at you. There is so much trouble and tribulation, fitna at your time. When Abu Bakr and Umar were ruling, there were no fitna. Ali ibn Abi Talib looked at the man and he said, when Abu Bakr and Umar were ruling, they were ruling people like me, and I'm ruling people like you. In other words, you deserve the rule that you get. If you don't make an effort, you will never find good rulers in your country. If you don't work hard, you won't find improvement on your economic condition as well as the collective economic condition of your people. If you don't work hard to gain freedom, you will always be oppressed. If you don't work hard to sustain freedom, your freedom will be taken away. If you don't work hard to make this world better, the world will become chaotic. And the environmental degradation we see around is because of you and me. Allah is not going to change this condition when we don't change it ourselves. You and I destroy the world and we want Allah to fix it. You and I loot the world, keep the poor remaining poor, and we want Allah to fix it. You and I steal the world's wealth and we want Allah to fix it. How does that even work? Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't work. For those of you who have that kind of an attitude, I have a very simple request for you. The very essence of Allah's teaching is dependent on this one fact. The very essence of Allah's teaching is dependent on one fact, and that is, you do your bit, Allah will do His. If you don't do your bit, Allah will not do His. Why should Allah do? It is against Allah's sunnah. Allah is fair and just. And in the justice of Allah, in the sunnah of Allah, if you don't do your part, Allah will not change the condition of yourself or your people. So in a nutshell, you get what you deserve. You get what investment you make. You don't invest, you don't get anything out. You don't spend time, no good outcome. You don't want to do hard work, you don't enjoy the fruit of your labor. Allah will only change your condition when you begin to change what is within you. Change your thinking, change your character, change your behavior, change the way you see the world. Look at the world as an opportunity. Look at the world positively. Interact more with the people so that you can benefit people. Engage in constructive activities. Engage in social reform. Engage in political activities to bring about change in your society. Engage in economic activities so that the world will be a better place. Don't just sit there and watch the world fall by the wayside. You know the reason why the world is in big trouble? It is not because bad people are doing too many bad things. It is because good people are doing very little. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Surely Allah will not change the condition of the people unless they change what is within them first. We hope and pray that you are able to change what is within you first before you experience the global as well as personal change gifted by Allah. Take care of yourselves. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.